Hello students and welcome back. Today I will be doing the reteaching of SST chapter 3, our earth, structure, relief and motions. Students, we have completed this chapter a long back and now I will be discussing with you the key points of this chapter. Our first topic is globe. What is a globe? A globe is a model of our earth. A globe can be said to be same like earth. How the earth looks like, the globe represents the same shape of earth. Our earth is spherical in shape like an orange. And it is slightly flattened at both the poles, the north pole and south pole. Now let us discuss the structure of the earth. The outer upper surface of earth is hard and uneven. But the interior of the earth is very hot and gaseous. There are total 3 layers of our earth. They are crust, mantle and core. The crust is the outermost layer of the earth which is made up of rocks. This is the picture of the interior of earth. So you can see crust at the top. Then there is upper mantle, lower mantle, outer core and inner core. All have been given in the picture and you will be able to understand them quite easily with this picture. So, the uneven upper crust has different landscapes, mountains, plateaus, hills, plains, deserts. All are included in the upper crust of the earth. Then there is mantle. The middle interior molten area of earth is called mantle. It has hot dense silicate rocks and interior of it is made up of molten rocky material. This is the mantle of earth. Then comes the core of the earth. The interior most central part of the earth is called the core. It is very hard and extremely hot part of earth. So these are the 3 important interior parts of the earth. Now let us discuss about the map. What is a map? A map is a diagrammatic representation of an area of land or sea which shows the physical features, cities, roads, etc. It is not possible to carry a globe everywhere, so we use maps to show or represent different landforms of the earth. There are total 2 types of maps, physical map and political map. So a physical map shows the mountains, rivers, deserts, plains. It shows the physical features of the earth. It is shown by different colors, like brown color is used to show mountains, blue color is used to show the water bodies, green color shows the plains on the earth. Like that, different colors are used to represent different kind of physical features. Coming to political map helps to show political boundaries, countries, major cities, etc. This is the difference between both types of maps. Physical map shows only physical features, but it does not show the name of the countries or cities. But a political map shows the name of the countries and cities. When we hang a map on a wall, the north direction remains at the top always. So this theory helps to locate the places on a map or a globe. Now let us discuss about the continents and oceans. There are total 7 continents. What is a continent, student? It is a main huge continuous landmass. A main huge continuous landmass is called a continent. There are total 7 continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia and Antarctica. Now what is the ocean? A great large water body which is bigger than sea. Remember, bigger than sea. It is the greatest water body. It is known as ocean. There are total 5 oceans: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Antarctic or Southern Ocean. So there are total 7 continents and 5 oceans. This is the picture which is showing the 7 continents and 5 oceans of the world. You can refer this picture to understand the oceans and continents better. Now coming to the next topic, island. What is an island? Island is an isolated piece of land which is surrounded by water on all sides. Example is Greenland. Greenland is an island. So what you have understood by the term isolated, students? It means a place which is not having any surroundings. So island is a isolated piece of land because it is the only piece of land and nearby it is having all the sides are having water. It is surrounded by water on all sides. So that's why isolated piece of land has been used here. Now coming to the next topic, directions. There are 4 main directions. Directions are also called cardinal points. What are the 4 directions? East, west, north and south. The topmost part of a map is always the north direction, which I have already discussed with you. Coming to the last topic, revolution of earth. Revolution of earth is the movement of the earth around the sun in an elliptical path in the duration of 365 1/4 days, that is 1 year. This is also called as annual motion of the earth. It causes the changes in seasons on the earth. The rotation causes day and night, and revolution causes changes in the seasons on the earth. This is the picture of revolution of earth. Now I have completed the reteaching of this chapter, students. Let us discuss the exercises of textbook. First one is MCQ. Question 1. Which direction remains at the top on a map? The answer is option C, north direction. Second, which is the smallest continent? Answer is option B, Australia. Third, which is the largest ocean on earth? Answer is option C, Pacific Ocean. Fourth, which color is used to show water bodies on map/globe? So which color is used to show water bodies? Blue color, option B. Fifth one, what is the duration of one rotation of earth on its axis? The answer is option C, 24 hours. Now fill in the blanks. A main huge continuous landmass is called a continent. A book of maps is called an atlas. Core is the extremely hot innermost part of the earth. Annual motion of the earth around the sun is known as revolution of earth. A magnetic compass is used by sailors, pilots to know the direction. Now, true and false. The earth is slightly flattened at both the poles. True. We can see rivers marked on a physical map. True. The earth moves from west to east on its axis. True. North America is the largest continent. False. The needle of the magnetic compass points towards the north. True. Coming to the last exercise, match the columns A and B. Largest continent is Asia, that is column B's 5th one. Smallest continent, first Australia. Dark continent, second Africa. Frozen continent, third Antarctica. Largest island, fourth Greenland. So we are done with the textbook exercise of this chapter, students. In case you have any doubts, you can let me know. Thank you.